Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Hypixel Skyblock Ironman profile. Today, I aim to progress a bunch by getting better gear, better stats, and launching in to the third goal for this profile, defeating every tier 4 Slayer boss. So let's not wait, we have some progress to make. Before I start today's video, I'm gonna fill you in on what I did off camera. Firstly, I placed down these redstone minions here behind me, who are mining redstone for the redstone collection, which will allow me to get a bigger accessory bag for more talismans in the future. Secondly, I built this bridge here, so I can get from the main point of the island over to the place where I have the portal to the hub. And lastly, I have this place here, where I can store everything I'm not needing the current moment in these chests, like minions. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get into it. And the first way that I'm going to progress is by talking to this NPC over here, the adventurer, and buy ourselves all the talismans we can. Now that we've done this, we have a little bit more magical power, which is basically a power that lets you get better stats at a guy over here called Maxwell, the Thaumaturgist. And if you talk to him, he can offer you different powers, which give you different varying types of stats. I can also get a talisman out of the Netherwart collection, which is called the Potion Affinity Talisman. So let me just farm a couple of Netherwart for a second. And I can get this Potion Affinity Talisman. And I can also get another talisman from farming, called the Farming Talisman. And there it is, Farming Talisman. Now these are just things that I'll have to collect over time. Like, talismans are just way too overpowered to not be abused. I mean, not abused because they're in the game. Anyway, on to the next thing. And that next thing is Slayers. So let's start at tier 1 Revenant Horror. And it's pretty easy to kill. And go back to Maddox to claim our Slayer XP. And this unlocks Zombie Slayer level 1 and the Wand of Healing recipe. I might just do a few more Zombie Slayers so I can get this. So I crafted the healing wand, but my software for recording didn't quite record my voice, so yeah, I'm here telling you that this happened. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. I have a very bad idea, because I want to try the Revenant Horror tier 2. And we're about to spawn it here in the graveyard. I'm gonna spawn it here so I have a wall. Here we go, tier 2. we can come over here and claim the Slayer XP. That was intense. I think I'm gonna leave Slayers for here for now. I want to go do something else. And I can move on to mining, which I now have the materials for, so if I just give them to this guy, Reese, I get transported to the Dwarven Mines, where I can continue mining for better gear. But first, we have to talk to the king, who gives you commissions, which gives you mining XP and mithril powder, which can be used to upgrade your Heart of the Mountain Tree. I'm just gonna do a few commissions before I move on to the thing that I'm actually here for. Now that I've finished that commission, I can claim it. And I leveled up mining. But most importantly, I got a little bit of mithril powder, which means that I can upgrade this perk here. I could only do it 2 times, but that's still granting me an extra 60 mining speed. I only wanted to do 1 commission though, because I wanted to kill these guys for an armor set that is way better than Mushroom, the Glaciite armor set. I got my first piece, the Glaciite chestplate, and there's the full set. Now if you're wondering why I didn't record me getting the other pieces like the leggings and helmet, it just took way too long. If you've gone to my ender chest, you can see that I got 8 Glaciite jewels before I completed the set, so yeah. Anyway, now that we've got the set, we can go to the end. Before I do that, I should get a weapon from the weaponsmith that helps me deal damage to end monsters. The end sword, there it is. I don't have enough coins. Now I do. End sword. And we've made it to the end. Now we need to talk to this guy, the lone adventurer. He asks you to kill 5 nearby endermen, which is just these endermen right here. And when you do, you need to talk to this guy again. And you can buy his sword for 200,000 coins. However, I'm not going to buy his sword because I don't need it right now, because I want to focus on ender nodes, which I'll explain to you later, and also it's 200,000 coins, so it's a bit expensive. On to ender nodes. Ender nodes are basically these things. I have a mod that highlights them, but if you don't have a mod, it'd basically just be a block with some shiny particles like this. And if you mine it, it gives you stuff like that, and it also has a chance to give you experience bottles, so that's why I'm doing it. And that's another reason why I wanted to do it. It also gives you an equipment piece, which gives you health and defense. And that's what I'm talking about. You can get grand experience bottles, and I think there's a slim chance for you to get a Titanic experience bottle. Anyway. Oh, look at that. Titanic experience bottle. I'm deciding to settle for 17 because it's all the experience I need, really. And I can use the experience that I just got to enchant some of my stuff. That's all I'll do for now. And we can go back to the end, where we can kill endermen for their set. I got a level. That's the first piece, ender boots. That's the helmet. That's the equipment piece. I got my first duplicate piece, the ender boots, again. And that's combat 15. Finally, another piece. I just dropped an Enderman pet. It's not bad. Finally, an Ender chestplate. That took forever. Now that I have the armor, I have to get the rest of the equipment, which comes from this place behind me, the Dragon's Nest. However, I am way too weak to face these mobs right now, only doing 800 damage. So to fix that, I have to talk to this guy. And the reason why it looks so bad is because I'm on 1.21, because of the foraging update. You can't go here in 1.8. All you need to do is to talk to this guy. Put a fish in this furnace. Put a magical water bucket over this fire. And start crouching. Now you can click him, and he opens his shop. And you can buy the Raider Sword, which is by far the best sword I'll have for a long time. Now that we have the Raider Sword, we can come back to the Dragon's Nest. Now I'm doing 2000 damage per hit instead of the measly 800 I was doing before. Now that I have much more damage, I will just kill these mobs until I get the rest of the equipment pieces. An endstone protector just spawned, so I killed him. They're spawning a dragon, so I'm fighting it. Some fragments. Just spawned another dragon, killed it. I've already killed a few of the mobs that dropped the equipment, but I wanted to put that aside for two things. And the first thing is to talk to this guy, and he unlocks the bestiary skill menu for you. So this thing here, I actually already have a couple milestones to claim. And the second thing I want to do is get my woods collection up to make this sword much stronger. From the quick foraging trip I did, I managed to get 2000 collection. Not much, but I will be able to get it up over time. And I got foraging 10. With that out of the way, I can go back to the end to kill more mobs for their equipment. I was just killing some mobs for the equipment pieces, and I got combat 16, that's pretty cool. So I was grinding for the ender equipment and got a rare combat XP boost. 0.01% chance. I just got an ender monocle from these mobs. I swear they'll do anything but drop the equipment piece. You know what? I'll get an epic combat XP boost before I get the equipment piece. Nope, I give up. As you saw in the last clip, I dropped an obsidian chestplate. Like, seriously guys, please can I have the last piece of equipment? I'm actually running out of time, so I'm gonna have to end the video here. Let me just sum up what progression we made. We progressed today in every aspect of Hypixel Skyblock. That is every skill, including combat, mining, I did fishing off camera, enchanting I did off camera, foraging, and lots of other things. We also did some Slayers. We got this set of Ender armor, and this set of Blazeside armor, and this Raider sword, which we'll be using for a long time. So that's the conclusion to today's video. I more than succeeded in my goal at the start of the video. So everyone, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.